Good evening. For WRCO News, I'm Joanne Krulotz. The Richland County Board of Supervisors held a special public meeting last night to offer residents an opportunity to share their concerns. The meeting also included a presentation from Wisconsin Counties Association attorney Andy Phillips regarding the roles and responsibilities in county government. The agenda included discussion on specific county topics. First and foremost on everyone's mind was the cybersecurity incident. County Administrator Candace Pesch.
As the letters that went out said, we had an incident. It took several months to adequately investigate. We had a cybersecurity firm that are a team of specialists that handled everything from start to finish. We were advised every step of the way by a legal team and cybersecurity experts on all of the steps we were to take and when we were to take them. And so that hopefully will answer a lot of the questions, this handout here. But if we have additional questions on the cyber incident, we will answer them to the best of our ability. What I will say is there are things that we cannot discuss publicly. There are things that we would not want out in the public forum, vulnerabilities that could be created by having some of those discussions. And so some of the answers that you may see, we may not be able to provide for you. It's not that we're trying to hide or cover up anything. It is because of the fact that we are being advised by our legal team what we should and should not discuss, especially in
a copy of the most asked questions and answers can be found on the Richland government webpage at co.richland.wi.us. Richland County resident Chris Storr offered advice to her community.
I'm going to say to you, the audience, be careful. If our information is breached, you're going to be inundated with scammers. Someone's going to try to take advantage of that situation. So I got the notification for my credit card. So instead of clicking in that email to call this number and whatnot, I called the number and got the card and talked to my credit card company directly. They gave me a different number to call, and in the meantime, I decided I would just go out to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion through credit bureaus to each of their websites and put a fraud alert on my own. It took me all afternoon, and I'm not gonna lie, it took some time, but it's out there for a year. So I'm just asking you to be diligent. It's your money, it's your credit, it's your life. Take control. Call, email directly to the 3 credit bureaus. You have to be an advocate.
If you have any questions concerning the cybersecurity incident in Richland County, call County Administrator Candace Pesch at 608-649-3001. Another topic up for discussion last night was Pine Valley Community Village. County Board Chair Dave Turk.
We have an interim administrator in place. We have seen success in hiring staff to the point the facility is now fully staffed, which is wonderful. We have seen an almost 100% reduction in our use of temp staff, which were very costly to the county to the tune of about $750,000 in 2023. Through working through scheduling and staffing issues, we've been able to almost eliminate that. Not quite, but almost. The budget for 2025 for Pine Valley is looking very good. So there's a lot of good news out there now, and we're very happy about that.
Another topic on the agenda was the ambulance service.
There's been a lot of people talking about various issues and questions and what we can share with you about the current status of our ambulance services. We are, again, fully staffed. They have been able to successfully hire some new EMTs, even an advanced EMT and a paramedic. So we're very happy about that. Calls are being answered. Nothing is going unanswered. We have some challenges moving forward, equipment-wise, things like that we're going to have to figure out.
Michael Jessen has been serving Richland County as the Emergency Medical Services Director and Emergency Management Director since May 28th.
The first week was not a great week, as is well known publicly and posted regularly on social media. There were 2 employees that were terminated my first week. I can't speak to that cause, but it's not something that was taken lightly. It's something that was done haphazardly, And I can assure you, standing before you, that as much benefit of the doubt due process was given beyond what was required. In a time sense, towards the end of August, I received resignation letters from a total of 4 staff. That include 3 full-time staff as well as 1 part-time staff. I can't speak to their reasons. I know that each and every one of them has their own story, and it's not my role to speak to that. What I can speak to is the incredible people we have in place with Richland County EMS now. They stepped up to the plate when we were really behind the 8 ball. When I was setting the September schedule going, how in the heck are we going to cover this thing and make sure an ambulance is available to our community 24/7? No questions asked. These folks stepped up. I'm happy to announce that for the month of September, we have a total of 16 open hours on the schedule. That's this coming Saturday, and if that's not filled, I myself am going to work it. Therefore, we've had no open coverage days in the month of September, and we have responded to every 911 call we have been dispatched to. Furthermore, when I started here, our average response time from the time that the tone goes off from dispatch saying, hey, you have a call, to the time that we got out the door, the average there was about 2.9 minutes. Though staffing was decreased for a time there in August, though we were doing everything we could with the bare bones skeleton crew, I'm happy to inform you for the month of August and the month of September, our average response time is 90 seconds. From the time we are dispatched to the time we are on the road, ready to come solve your problem.
Again, if you have questions concerning the cybersecurity incident in Richland County, call County Administrator Candace Pesch at 608-649-3001. The current farm bill expires Monday. Advocates say Congress should pass funding that benefits small Wisconsin farms. Chuck Andaris is with the Michael Fields Agricultural Institute.
To neglect that is basically just picking winners and losers within the agricultural economy.
Small farmers also want the next farm bill to safeguard against weather disruptions caused by climate change.
These practices infiltrate more water and hold more water in the soil and make a huge difference on the amount of water coming off of farm fields.
The farm bill also covers the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, known as SNAP. UW-Madison's ranking has slipped slightly in the annual list from U.S. News & World Report. It's now ranked the 39th best in America among public and private universities. Last year it was 35th. Of all its programs, engineering ranked the highest. Other colleges in Wisconsin that made the list include Marquette, Edgewood College, UW-Milwaukee, Concordia, and UW-Oshkosh. If it feels like we've been talking about a lot of school threats lately, it's because we are. The State Department of Justice says more than 130 school threats have been reported in just 2 weeks. The threats have impacted 28 school districts across Wisconsin. Officials say threats tend to rise after school shootings like the one in Georgia. The State Department of Justice runs the Speak Up, Speak Out tip line where anyone can report a concerning comment or post. A 21-year-old rock climber from Wisconsin died Sunday from falling at Devil's Tower in Wyoming. The National Park Service says Devil's Tower law enforcement received a call for a rock climber who had reportedly sustained a fall and found the injured party and their climbing partner around 8:40 that night. A release from NPS says Stuart Philip Porter of Eau Claire was rappelling the second pitch of El Craco Diablo when he fell, sustaining major injuries. He was pronounced dead on the scene by a local EMS paramedic. Porter's partner was stranded and later rescued from the wall of the tower. This is just the 7th climbing death in the 100-plus year climbing history at Devil's Tower. Monroe County officials filed charges in a decades-old homicide. District Attorney Kevin Corninger announced Tuesday that 60-year-old Michael Popp will face murder charges in the 1985 death of Terry Dalloway. DNA evidence on Dalloway's body at the time of her death was linked to Popp last year. Popp was interviewed around the time of Dalloway's murder, but police did not follow up at that time. Popp is being held on $1 million cash bond. Culver's is bringing back a fan favorite along with a twist on Wisconsin staple. The Wisconsin food chain announced the Curter Burger will be returning to menus beginning October 1st, but only for a limited time until October 14th. Culver's also is debuting Hot Honey Cheese Curds on October 15th, which happens to be National Cheese Curd Day. The company describes it as Culver's signature curd with just a touch of sweet heat from a hot honey breading. The hot honey cheese curds will be available until October 31st.